Was that you?
No. Oh, what was that?
We are back. Welcome back to our channel, everybody. If you're new here, thank you for joining us. Hopefully you'll stick around. Today's Spooky Sunday is in fact a tour of the Edinburgh Vaults.
Yeah, so last night we went on a ghost tour. We got to go down into the Edinburgh Vaults. We got to go around Parliament Square, and we got to see where there's a famous body still buried. We also get to go around Greyfriars Cemetery, and we got to learn a bit of history around there. Don't worry, we are going to be heading back there tonight. Before we get started, make sure to go and check us out on social media. Make sure to check out Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram at Lainey and Ben. And also make sure to drop a like and subscribe into the video.
This is where we locked up the last tour group. Didn't like them.
Okay, this is Greyfriars Cemetery, and this part was the prison that held 200 people.
There we go, that's not ours, is it?
So we're on this ghost tour, and we're at the Black Mausoleum where Bloody Mackenzie is said to have been,
Take your time though. I'll show you the prison. Go.
like laid to rest. So let's have a little look inside.
Oh, buzzing.
3 times on this and shout his name, and sometimes you can see him. So George Mackenzie.
Oh, struggling to focus. That's the best I can get, I'm afraid. I don't know why it's not focusing.
Oh, she said about that, didn't she? Come on then, quick.
Over here is St. Giles that we were walking up. Here's the Tron, the church we started outside. And over here is Greyfriars Cemetery and the Bedlam Church. Now this is what the vaults look like. So they were alleys that were torn down, made into this wee bridge. And originally the bridge was used for business matters. It was used by merchants on top to sell things, to use for storage. But very quickly it became apparent there was not a lot of draining. They were very damp, very wet. They weren't very good for storing things. So the businessmen moved out and criminals started moving in. So you can see the shape that this used to be, Nidri's Wynd. It went from the top of the Royal Mile all the way down to Cowley. Houses were on either side, and in those houses, residents. One resident who is hung around is a lady who we call Mingin Annie. She doesn't like me very much, so I'm always very wary around here. I think it's her who turned the lights out. Probably because I called her Mingin Annie. But we call her that because the first thing you notice about Annie is her smell. She doesn't smell very nice. She was here while Nidri's Wynd was still a functioning street, and she was forced from her house when they built a bridge. She had to be dragged kicking and screaming from her house. Sorry. She had to be dragged kicking and screaming from her house, and she was so hysterical they put her into the Bedlam mental asylum. She came back after she died and haunted the street, and is very often said to be spotted in this corner. A crouching grey figure. She makes eye contact, sometimes wanders up and down the street, but you'll know it's her because of her smell, and perhaps if you feel very cold all of a sudden. She also likes to muck with technology, and this is a very common thing I've found with Annie. So if you'd like to take a photo, feel free, but do be careful in case your camera or phone breaks. Now down this end of the box, I'll let you explore later, we have a family, get away from Annie at least. We have a family of witches who were tortured and murdered in here. Now Scotland has the second highest number of murdered witches in all of Europe. Germany just beat us. We were very superstitious people, as I'm sure you figured out by now. So the people who were murdered down here were the Balfour family. They came down from the Highlands, and like raccoon rats, they spoke Gaelic. So very quickly, their neighbours decided that they were witches, and they brought them down to Nidri's Wynd to be tortured. The mother and father were put on a rack and stretched, and the 2 children were killed in the wee vault off to the side. I'm going to let you explore now, see if you can spot the children, take photos, and meanwhile I'll just be waiting over here.
You see anything?
Can't really. There you go.
One second.
Oh, the mist down the bottom. Oh, that's weird, isn't it?
Oh, the big chair in there. Oh, the story there is that the 2 children were tortured.
You haven't left me, have you? You haven't left me, have you? Look how creepy it is down here. Oh, so it's picking you up nice and clear. Look at it, it's like this odd map. Look at all these odd dolls.
Can you hold my hand?
Oh, this has got a right eerie feel about it. It's got such an eerie feel about it, doesn't it?
Any children down here?
Lainey, what's your first impressions?
I'm loving this. I'm
Yeah,
just
but-
calling out to the children.
Oh, what was that?
Hold my hand?
What was that? I just saw something come up to your hand.
Shut up.
Like a little, flicker. Let's see if we can get it all with editing.
Hand. I love children.
Not in a paedophile way, though.
Can you show me? Show me that you're here. Take some more energy.
What's that?
Thought I saw something down there. So just stand here in the dark. See if there's any shadows. Come on, little ones.
So creepy, so weird. Oh no, I don't like it down here.
I'll go first. I'll go
Give me
first.
give me the heebie-jeebies.
Was that you?
No,
You're kidding me.
no, I'm fucking serious. That wasn't me.
Are you kidding me?
No.
You sure you didn't knock that?
On my life, I did not touch that at all. Yeah, I don't want to stay down there.
Do you want to go first?
Right, so we've just finished the Edinburgh Vaults tour, and oh my god.
I'm actually looking forward to looking back over the footage that we've picked up, because we've had a couple of weird things happening here.
Yeah. I mean, so the tour started off, it was just a lot of history. I didn't realise there was as much history here as there was.
It is, I think we
Like,
only just scratched the surface.
Yeah,
The
it is
weirdest
so
things.
right. So you get down there, and it's a really eerie feel. Like there's a proper weird feel about it, isn't there?
Yeah, but
like,
I think I mean, you are enclosed and it is really dark,
yeah, but like
there's something more than that.
it sounds so cliche, right? But you do feel watched. Well, there's a big
There's a
pushchair,
little
well, the little
like
pushchair toy.
Child's pram.
Yeah, like you'd have for dolls or whatever,
But
and
like
it just
a Victorian style one.
yeah, and it just falls over on its own. And oh my god, that scared the life out of me. But there's a couple of other things as well, like Lainey asked the spirit of a child to come and hold her hand, and I swear to god I saw something on the camera flicker up. So I'm actually like still on a come down from it. I'm so mad. Right, let's get you in somewhere warm.
Okay, down here,
In
This
this little square here.
the grave of a man called John Knox. This used to be a graveyard, and he was so feared even after death that they refused to move his body to Greyfriars cemetery with the others, all the others. It's now a car park. But it's said that if you walk over this stone, you'll get cursed.
This little one here.
So shall I do it?
No.
I think I walked over that yesterday.
But we're in Parliament Square. So this is all the old Parliament buildings in
There's
Edinburgh.
It's also said to be haunted by a little boy, a 7-year-old boy.
I think it was, yeah. Who ate another child.
Eaten. The little boy was
Oh, the
eaten
little boy was eaten, yeah. He was eaten by another child.
by a 9-year-old boy.
In the kitchens. Whilst making a hog roast. What a legend. But yeah. How beautiful is this, like...
Oh, look, it says it here.
Oh, does it?
The stone marks the approximate site of the burial in St Giles Graveyard of John Knox, the great Scottish divine, who died in 1572.
On the 24th of November. And there it is. So people tend to not really park their cars on bay number 23 because of bad luck.
Yeah.
Go on then.
Your turn. Good
This-
luck. 10 years, good luck.
Buzzing. Lainey is not dirty.
It's good luck.
It's just believed to be good luck.
Good luck. Spit on the heart.
It's also said that at that heart that we just spat on, that if you whenever Edinburgh is under attack or there's like a war or whatever in Edinburgh, there's a headless piper that just turns up for like, is it like a protection
They
thing?
found a tunnel from the castle, and they didn't know how far it went or where it led to, so they sent a piper down who continuously played, and they followed above along the streets.
Yep.
And then it just suddenly stopped. The piper was never seen for another 4 years.
So his headless body turned up on the walls of the castle when they were under attack.
I thought it was his head.
No, it was a headless body.
Oh.
It was a headless body that turned up on the walls when Edinburgh was under attack 4 years later.
And said that any time now that Edinburgh's been under attack, he's been seen.
Yeah, so there's just so much history to this place. Is unreal.
I love Edinburgh.
Proper creepy stuff.
Come and visit.
Yeah, you have to, and if you
And
do, you
only
have
eat-
to do the tours.
And only eat in the local cafes. Support the local economy.
Yeah, definitely, because
Small
they are.
businesses, local businesses.
Do you know what? I think the food's better than the food at the chains. Unpopular opinion.
It is, because it's all homemade and like by people from this area, so they know how to make it right.
Tiger sneaks and tatties.
Oh, it was so good yesterday.
Hello, everyone.
Hello. So we're home in this in this clip, and that's because we're editing our Spooky Sunday where we go down into the Edinburgh vaults and realised we didn't
Do an outro.
do an outro.
So here it is. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Make sure to let us know in the comments if you saw anything that we missed or heard anything that we missed, because you guys usually manage to pick it out better than we do.
Yeah.
Also, make sure to give it a like, subscribe, follow us on the socials.
Hit the bell button.
Yes, hit the bell button. That one's an important one. And also, watch out for next week's Spooky Sunday, because
Why
as...
does this boob look so much bigger than that one? Can you see that?
Didn't even know.
Weird. Excusez-moi.
Make sure to keep an eye out for next week's Spooky Sunday, because you saw a little bit of us in Greyfriars Cemetery. Now, that's supposed to be one of the most haunted cemeteries in the whole world, supposedly, to the Scots. So...
We went back.
Of course we did. And it didn't disappoint, so make sure to check it out next week. Same time, same place. All that's left to say... Peace.